Hi, John. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat, here's your inkblot made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak. John, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Gratitude galore. John, as usual, as you know the drill, we will scry your ink for shapes and symbols that speak. We'll add on Tarot and Oracle, and we do have the spirit box here kicking as well for any add-ons. So, John, thank you so much. I'm going to take a moment, if you'd like to join me, to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception and letting go of the linear landscape. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. John, thank you. All right, let's go. I don't know if I'm... Oh, interesting. It just went whoop, whoop. All right. So when I'm in here, I was like drawn right in here, and I can see like a gentleman's face with a hat on, and he's like looking down. I don't know if it's reading or on a device or reading a book or doing something, like painting miniatures or something along that line, something fine detailed. And then when I pop over, over here, it jolts over, and now I see it from this other perspective where I'm working on something. And this is like somebody helping me. I might have one child, so then it changes directions. So like this side, it's facing down, and this side, whoops, it's facing out. You might have a small child. It feels introverted, extroverted, right there. I feel very protective. And I feel like I have parents in spirit. Okay, definitely one parent is in spirit, and possibly the father figure or guardian, the man who raised me, is still incarnate, and possibly the mother figure has passed on. It could be vice versa. They're not coming through as beings, they're coming through as energy. So the association to try and plug them to their last energy. All I know clearly is that one is past, one's still present. I feel like I'm receiving something. I don't know if I pick things off a tree and I understand the gift of that, like if it's literal fruits, or I can seize opportunities. It could also be very helpful with children. Something about children may have, you may have children. Maybe it's maybe you are a widow. John's a big collective, but I'm trying to stay focused on the John here that requested this, so thank you. But this, may also resonate with other Johns. I have like a sea, and when I say a sea, I just mean like water. Like this water. You know what it might be, John? At least the way I'm feeling it, and that's all I can go on. And try not to constipate it to make sense, is like a fountain of youth. Like it's as though you could be 100 years old, but there's, when some people just have that light of youth about them, this inquisitiveness, or you get along really well with children naturally because your inner child is alive and well. And like, adulting has its place, but really adulting just makes room for my inner child to play or to create. Yeah, there's a surrendering there. This feels very jeweled tone. I kind of want to dig in here a lot more, and I'm going to. You might have a swimming pool or something like that, or maybe you're a lifeguard and you've saved lives. Here for John. I'm going to keep going. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Okay. What do we have here on the bottom? Whale resonating. There's something about water. It's like, you know, kind of like lazy river style. And I mean that in a good way. Like it just helps people relax. Maybe you go on vacation a lot, John, or you live somewhere where there is water, almost like tropical. Maybe you travel somewhere. And there has been some stuff coming through about sad and betrayed. Now, I don't necessarily know if this pertains to you or if the spirits are having their conversation offside. And as I was just finished doing some spirit sessions, so I am mindful of that. But in the event, John, that you, okay, that's the way it came through, suffer from sadness and sorrow if your partner, if you're widowed or a parent's passing has been very prominent. There's something about being in the water that helps me feel better.
Revolting.
It helps me feel better so I don't revolt with the regression, actually, is what I hear when I follow that. But if there is a parent or partner in spirit, like they gather around you, and even this community, I don't know what it is, why there's so many youthful like spirits around you. Maybe you just have a lot of children, and I'm going to try and place this, but really I want to stop doing that, because really, John, what it makes me feel like I just want to enjoy the simple things in life, and I want to be playful because you've gone through or have had to have gone through some very serious things, and I want to kind of get out of that feeling, tidy home, dust devil, like I want to get out of that. That's my intention.
Guide.
Water seems to be the key for this new beginning. And this new beginning welcomes these very light spirits to come around you. Do you know they could even be children from past lives? Okay, I'm going to continue on here. Introvert, extrovert. I'm seeing like pebbles and bam bam as well. Curious reading, John. Compassion if you have been through something that made you feel alone and that your life fell apart. Whether it's something in your mind or something didn't work out. Of course, I don't know. Corporate, creative, this, that, or the other. But even with that whole me talks, the water, the cleansing water. I'm seeing somebody stand under a waterfall and just allowing like the force of nature's gravity to help me surrender the sorrow. And to breathe in. It's powerful stuff. To feel limitless again. Quiet. Okay. That's where that sorrow kind of feels is. It's a cave. Yeah. There's youthful spirits around you. You might even be, thank you. So you might have,
come closer.
Sorry, spirits coming around. I always feel like I'm walking through spider webs. So leave a message and I'll call you back. Okay. If there's an inkling with, I'm right here. And this is bringing me into stars in the sky. And I want to insert that right there, John. See how I want to whoop? So you might resonate with being a star seed and having star children that come and visit you. And that's what like all these orby children, pebbles and bam bams are around you. So I'm not sure where they are, but I definitely get the sensation that you balance in some aspect, in some awareness, earthly and metaphysically. So physically and metaphysically, you exist in both realms and you adapt. Adapt. So, okay. Yes. There. Okay, John. Okay. I'm going to take a moment here. Okay. Where was I? Okay. See that purple? Christopher just came through, if that means anything to you. Deep, quiet, all that purple. I don't know if the coloring comes through, but this is all purple. This is all yellow. I'm under the waterfall. It's pouring over me and I'm doing something. Maybe I'm praying. Maybe I'm in meditation. Maybe I'm connecting to the stars or to the souls that have passed. Okay. Yes. When that happens, when I go into this place to wash and surrender with the detox repairing of the body, mind, and spirit, it is in these moments that is so powerful. It's like seeing waves or water from that waterfall, symbolic, maybe it's actual, I'm not sure, and it meets the earth, and there's all this like negative ions, they're just pressed out into the air, and I can breathe. And there's these conditions. It doesn't have to always be these conditions. There is an evolution, and it can be, I hear, induced in very mundane spaces. But for right now, this may be the charging place, And that's what I see all down here. What is sorrow is like being pressed by this blue, this magical blue of water, this tropical water. Yep, there's the adaptability of the woodwives. It might have been your wife that passed. Okay. So what's coming through, though, in the beauty and bounty of this is Skybridge, possibility for union, and in the hand of the universe is your partner. So you might have parents.
Crying.
Yeah, you might have, a parent still alive, a parent that has passed, and then way down in here is this wife, partner. Let's see if I get right here. And that is the woodwives coming through. Incarnate, spirit. I do feel like they're parents, but they could be guardians, spirit guides, this, that, or the other. And then the woodwives. See, all this protection. The work that you're doing to move through any sorrows. I see you also like looking at something, and it could be a baby or like, I don't know what it is, or a thing, just something that meaningfully connects to you to build this bridge, this union in spirit. Because when you place your hand out, she holds your hand. And together, it's like the whole landscape that you're in, mundane or magical, creates conditions for you to feel joy. Joy. What is this? Is this something that's the woodwives? Yes. Okay. To help you move through the obstacles that you might feel pressed against. And I say pressed. That's a very specific way for me to feel that. I feel pressed up against the wall. There's maybe there's something, staring at me in the face. It could be grief. Sacred contract, transmuting pain. Please know that the passing isn't a punishment. You're not being punished for anything. Please don't create a contract of conflict. Know that wherever you are right now and what you might be going through, John Collective, it's about writing the change and taking a bold step forward. Okay, there are absolutely, you have so much spirit around you that it all feels like family. Whether souls that were also incarnate with you and you can resonate with that, to starseed family, to water, a water creature, they're all around you. There's a face that comes out of like the waterfall. And it's actually when you're sleeping.
I meant it.
When you're sleeping, they check in on you. Okay, sorry, John. I'm going to keep going here. I feel like that was a lot for only 15 minutes. Holy schmoly. Like, hopefully that wasn't too much of a projective purge, but that was a lot that came through. My condolences, but you
Follow me.
have so much spirit around you. It's gorgeous. Oh, okay. So we're gonna head into these cards. Sorry, give me one moment. There's that union. When you are in a meditative state, when you work, even if you're feeling the pain and you do something to really step into it and feel it, an effect of that may be that it's transmuted. An effect of that may mean you cry, or you might feel anger. I don't know what it is, how to say that, but when you step into really feeling it, like your intellect is aware, and you do something, maybe you sit on a certain part of the couch, or you await this vacation that you go to wherever you live, whatever the case may be. As soon as you do that, so wherever you are, one, of course, may prefer your, if you live in this natural landscape, possible. But it's also possible to do it wherever you are. Because there's something that keeps telling me, as soon as I think I feel the sorrow coming in, the grief, the reflections, the doubts, the regrets, whatever the case may be, as soon as I think that, and I go somewhere to sit with it, and just, okay, I'm just going to sit here and breathe, take 5 minutes, or I'm going to go have a shower, or I'm going to go to this part wherever you live in the world. Whenever you do that and create that little action, even if it's to sit and go, okay, I'm going to feel this, that does something really, really important to that connection. So it doesn't matter where it is. Jose. Okay, so I want to share this as well. So I'm seeing like this is all very brown and this is very deep purple. And then there is this yellow white path around it, if that comes through, if you can see that. Okay, so I'm kind of in the details of all this. Sorry, give me one moment, John. Give me one moment. I'm back in the Herald of Change.
34.
The coloring of it. Oops, sorry, hold on. All the browns and the yellows off to the side. Children and creativity has come through. Lighting. Closet drawers and okay, John, you are, and directional sleeping. It was something about the way you sleep. Okay, thank you. Okay. Children and creativity and lighting. If you want it. Well, I guess there we go. Okay. You might make music. You might be an artist that transmutes. Okay, so I heard like a jingle. Like you can take a card, say we're selling this, and you can make it a jingle. So, you know, make it a jingle. So you can take something static, structured, and make it move. You might be able to sing, create songs, poems, words, whatever the case may be, with that piano there that expresses and transmutes things that are hidden. But again, it's like it brings them to the surface. So like that waterfall, I can feel them in surrender without worrying that I'm being scrubbed clean. I don't know how else to say that. I create music. I create music.
This is strange.
It is strange, yes. Children and creativity with the number 50. So 50 is coming through. Maybe 50 was a prominent time in your life when somebody had passed, this, that, or the other. Stimulate and strengthen creativity, overcoming a creative block, nurturing the development of inner child qualities, relationships with children, joy and spontaneity. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the back here. I don't know if it'll come through, but you can take a screenshot if you care to explore it further. This is where I feel like you create change. Now, even I don't want to get stuck, even though like I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna take it in. So I embody this inner child that I've been cultivating since I was an inner child. But maybe you actually like the jingles. Maybe it's for children's products. Maybe it's for adult children. Maybe it's for adults. So that, but you speak to that inner child. And I don't mean to be all cheesy by saying inner child. It's about speaking to that frequency so that it's received. And we can learn things while being in tune and in flow, because then it feels effortless to transmute. So John, you might be in the position where, and forgive me, not even forgive me if I'm wrong, because I'm never trying to be right. I simply appreciate the opportunity to explore the experience. And this may be what you do for other people that are going through grief if you yourself haven't gone through a significant loss, this, that, or the other. But I still get the feeling there's something there. Something happened to a partner. Lighting.
Dylan.
And this is where all this, Dylan could have been your partner. Also, whether they're male or female, earthly expressions is not my concern. It's about the energy. There's always a primary in the partnership. And I mean, we each step forward with those primary, energies, but then they're fluid. They are fluid between the dimensions and the spectrum of selves, and it's beautiful. So when I was coming into the lighting, this is where I was talking about like that golden path, like follow the yellow brick road. Maybe and I see you like rubbing your eyes, maybe when you come out of meditation or even a deep sleep. Things like, and I see like crying like a cartoon character, like, wow, but it's all golden tears and it's pure. When I release, when I let go, when I drop one tear to a million, it's pure feeling and sensation. It's pure things. There also could be something about lighting around you if things flicker. Something about the chi and the flow as well. I'll bring this card up to you. So same thing, if you can take a screenshot, and hopefully you can zoom in. But I'm in that yellow brick road, and it unites, taking away the emotion for a second, because it's asking me to go down another path and to change my course through the light. This is like your reading, and I apologize if I'm talking really fast. Your herald horseman of change is like an indicator through light, even as I'm in your reading. Like it just asks me to boop, and I can turn on a dime. Yeah, there it is. Something's lighting the way between like your awake and your sleep state, your human and your higher self. Maybe you still like a nightlight right now. And I say that, no, again, there's been inner child stuff, of course, but There's comfort in what light represents. And I'm not talking about like a bright light, like a dim light. It's almost like an emergency exit type thing where, you know, it's like at the bottom or something, or there's ambiotic lighting, ambiotic lighting to create certain atmospheres, especially at night is when it becomes like more heightened, right? Because during the day, if you have the windows open or even your curtains closed, there's something about creating an ambiance with light. Sometimes it's more nurturing and comforting. Other times it draws things out. And when I say draw things out, I'm coming into closets, drawers, and cabinets. So here's the picture. And same thing, if you want to read the Feng Shui card, by all means. But I'm going to dive also right in here into the front entrance. Whoops, whoops, whoops. And there it is for you. And last but not least, we were talking about sleeping, something about where you're sleeping. And this is talking about directional sleeping. John, so there you go. Like, I feel like I'm very, like, matter of fact, which is interesting. So I feel like there's definitely a spirit around you that I just heard like knows you would get that personality trait. No, you're not cursed. Nothing is a punishment. Please don't self-punish. Okay, so closets and directional sleeping. Hiding clutter, negativity affecting the flow of chi. Everything may look orderly until you open a closet or drawer, then chaos breaks loose. This makes me feel like those states that we were talking about, actually right from the beginning. And I'm trying to recall, apologies if I don't get the verbiage right, but hopefully you can kind of fit that in. So something about when I was talking about when I'm feeling a certain way, like I'm going about my day, and then this flood, like the waterfall, looking at the totality, cleansing and scrubbing me clean, to hitting me like like a bucket of tears and grief, whatever it may be, or depression or whatnot. When I feel that, and then I pause and I go, okay, I'm just going to go sit down for 10 minutes, or, oh, I'm going to go for a smoke. I'm going to go have a coffee. I need to sit with this. That's like opening, like that opens the symbolic drawer. That opens the symbolic cabinet of my consciousness. And it's, well, we talked about it earlier, and I think it's just being validated, but with another analogy. It's beautiful that you do that, because it's like cleaning out junk drawers as you're doing it. You get hit with this waterfall, like one of those buckets, and it just pours down on you unexpected. Like if you're opening the door to something in somebody's place, you're like, oh. But in that moment when you're feeling that, whatever you do, it's important to help the transmutation. Yeah. And you reaffirm, okay, I'm embracing it. I've hit the wall for today, but I'm rising above the fray.
Smile.
And I'm going to smile, not because it's fake, but because I understand the opportunity that was just presented to me to feel fully. And then other times that waterfall feels like it is scrubbing me clean. And it's like a natural, I don't know what it is, but wherever it is, it feels wonderful. It feels wonderful. I'm going to flip this, and directional sleeping in the front entrance. I believe I showed these all to you, but just in case. So something in your bedroom, and we had talked about that before, that somebody checks in on you quite specifically when you're sleeping. And they do it very kindly. Maybe there is something about directional sleeping that you care about, or the fact that this partner, this person, your potential, wife or partner, it's tough to sleep in an empty bed afterwards. So I feel like they do check in on you. And the front entrance is the place where you and your visitors form first and lasting impressions about your home. The mouth, the front entrance is the mouth of chi. It's the primary place where chi enters your home. We were speaking of primary before, of those primary energies. And now it's coming back in again. You can place symbols around your front entrance to symbolize your willingness to receive blessings. Include a meandering path to your front door, separate from the driveway, that encourages people to slow down as they approach your door. Even in this reading, I've acknowledged that what I feel has been speaking very fast. And I typically try not try, but I really try and like go with the flow and not add to the rush of things, as we all do in this, this reality, to stay entertaining, to stay engaged. But I'm also not going to dismiss there's time when it's exciting. It's exciting and there's so much going on, and it's like, oh, but I feel like a kid in a candy store. Nonetheless, I really enjoy that brilliance and that wisdom. And maybe that's what you're doing. That's maybe what you do. A little bit of meandering to have people, things, life slow down. Lighting is coming up again, even in regards to the front entrance, keeping it well lit and good repair. All right, I have flipped it. Let's continue to go. Thank you so much. This is the version now. This is where we're at. Okay. There's those will-o'-the-wisps again. Yes. We're up at the top here. Right, and I know I'm all cockeyed. Sorry here. There we go. All right, we'll bring you forward. Something about like hearing wolves howl.
What is the date?
We are June 8th, 2023. So I kind of feel like, I feel like I'm in Alaska. Actually, what is that? The Amora, I'm not great with sciencey names. It's not my forte, but like the lights that caused by radiation or something like that. Maybe this person passed away due to cancer. Maybe you are dealing with that. I don't know. Partnership is on the bottom. Okay, so I have here choice, respite, quiet strength, danger. Oh, there's actually another card in there, adventure. So here you go if you want to take those in. And then I'll bring these up as well if you wanted to take screenshots. There's a rest period. There's that wolf. He is in there. There's that wolf from the choice. I just heard please don't create dangerous situations in sometimes when there's a reaction versus the respite, right? Humanists totally get it. To feel again. To feel. Choose to rest. If something feels overgrown or so long ago. I don't know how to say that. It almost feels like this might have been, and even if this passing wasn't in death.
Taurus.
Maybe it's just a relationship that really ended badly, and then or it just ended a long time ago and now they've since passed. Nonetheless, again, I'm not going to keep trying to infuse that. There is a rest that's happening. Please don't create danger where there is none. That's a message I'm clearly hearing. Quiet strength and adventure. May the adventures that I feel like you're doing, but it's like, see, I don't want to give, like skydivers or cliff jumping people. I don't know, whatever it is. A bad name, because that's not what it is. But from the way I'm sensing it is like I might choose things that are more adrenaline-y just to feel something. I'll be honest, it feels like unnecessary danger for the feeling of adventure. But maybe it balances your quiet strength. I don't know. Who am I? I know nothing. I'm just here. I'm trying to navigate through from my perspective and my eyes. So for, if you're a risk taker, you're a risk taker. I see it as potentially like, oh, it's so dangerous. But maybe for you, you'd be like, no, these are my choices and they're adventurous. And you have like this quiet calm about it. Aries is also coming through. I don't know if an Aries means anything to you. And a hawk, specifically a hawk, not an eagle, a hawk. Like maybe you have hawk eyes. Kind of gives me that skydiving feeling again. Like, so I can see things.
Greetings.
Okay, I'm going to move down here a little bit. John, we're going to get ready to start closing out. Or I say that, and then it's like usually a long winding path for me to close out. So, there we go. On the bottom, that didn't want to come through or come with me here is the Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing Wonder Woman style for sure. Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. I didn't even get in. So something about the Flintstones is coming through. All feminine energy with pentacles, wands, and swords. Where's the cup? The Emperor. Eight of Pentacles, Judgment. Yeah, I do feel like you are an artist of some kind. And maybe your muse passed away. Your partner was your muse, trying to find that. Your partner could fulfill so many different roles. Okay. We're here for John. What else is lingering around the aura? There's obviously grief of some kind going on, and I apologize if I'm construing something as grief, and it's not, but that's just how it feels to me. It feels like that's the emotions that I'm going through. Yeah, somebody might have also been like an actor, an artist. Okay. All right, John. I'm continuing on. Something about the Flintstones. There's a mountain there. There's a mountain. Do you live somewhere like where there's mountains? And I am greatly attracted to there. See this is how I'm seeing the mountain. And there's like the Wilma or Betty in the Flintstones, like she's working on something at the peak. But I don't know, there's something in there that is really luring me in. Again, maybe it's like a cliff thing or you go camp. I don't know what it is. It feels magical. It also feels like a certain kind of crystal or stone or a particular kind of wood really means something to me. Like a teak or I don't know. I don't know many kinds of woods. Especially where potentially you live, I'm not entirely sure, or where you vacation a lot, or where you're currently residing to get away from things, and almost like a soul spa, right? Like you're just like, okay, where I can make music, where I can sing, where I can breathe, where I can be. Okay, what I'm seeing, it's like my head is out. when I come out of like, I'm going to say Hermit Mountain. And I stick my head out and this gold.
Door.
Right, I'm right in there. I don't know if somebody had blonde hair, you have blonde hair. I don't know what this is about, but there's a lot of gold. They're like, I don't know if they're like washing my face again. It's kind of like that spa feeling. I don't know if it's from spirit, like a spirit spa, or... But they come through and like wipe away my tears, or they scrub my face. A lot of cards are coming through. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. There's that Ace of Cups. Oh, Ace of Cups right there. Okay. So Ace of Cups, if this means anything to you, please follow the meanings of these cards to your definitions versus wearing, considering mine. This is what this feels like. Big old Ace of Cup, and it's overflowing right in there. Being handed something from somebody in all of your partnerships that you've got going on here. Parents, partner, this, that, or the other. Peace is being handed to you. Ace of Pentacles as well. Double aces. There's those mountains in the background as well. Sorry, I'm back in your ink block because I'm getting distracted by something celestial. Something celestial. I know we kind of talked about it before at the other end of the ink blot. It's like that Mission Okay, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. When I went back to like cliff jumping or something, I'm seeing like Mission Impossible. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm coming back, just like in your mountain that kind of lured me in, like the hermit vibes. Now I'm like in here, and like I want to go in there. You've had it 3 times. There, and there. It's kind of like in the nostrils of this trophy or something, or maybe you're a Taurian energy, or blowing off steam. But there's something celestial that is also stepping forward when we were talking about starseed kind of stuff, or sky people. Call them whatever you feel good of. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, Knight of Swords, 2 of Swords. Mental. There you go. If any of those mean anything to you, please follow them, as I will primarily follow the art. Yeah, I am like, okay, so the Mission Impossible, how I'm feeling it, 2 of Swords kind of feel. Actually, to the 8 and to the 9. I don't know what to do. I feel bound and broken, in despair. And then the Knight of Swords comes in and says, enough. Mission Impossible, dun, 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 dun. Snake eyes come rolling in, because Spirit's constantly working with you. Maybe you work with a lot of spirits. You could also be like Psychopomp style, but you could also be like Starseeds, because there's so many people around you that are proud, and yet there's all of these children around you as well. It's fantastical, and I really, really do enjoy the feeling. I have no idea if any of this makes sense, John, but I am so grateful, and I'm going to close out here, and I hope this has served you well, at least entertained you, if not anything. I'm so grateful for your support, for requesting a personal and being my muse, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Truly gratitude. Sometimes the spirit box is cheeky. All right. We're closing out messages here for, yeah, see? When the spirit box was being all cheeky. Stop and forget it. But even if at times you're, maybe you're beating up on yourself, or maybe you're a counselor, creative person, and other people get that way as well. And you're like, no. Your path feels sacred. And when I say that, I could say complicated. Absolutely. I could say matters of the heart are complicated. Sure. If we say that, sure. I don't necessarily believe that personally, but what I am going to say is it feels sacred to me because that's my sacred temple of my heart. And I'm seeing again, it's Machu Picchu or something like that. This labyrinth of a landscape that if you're looking at it from above, like a maze, it makes sense. It all makes sense. But if you're in it and having to walk it, we can't see everything all at once. Okay, John, we're closing out. We have wait, whatever's right. Your doubt is your faith if necessary. In particular case, doubt. Closing out messages for John. Who am I? Okay. On the bottom, we have far out. I feel like this reading has been far out. This whole adventure, true or astronaut style, just been moving through. Remorse is coming through. If there's anyone that you have been asking about in regards to remorse. Somebody is asking for forgiveness. So we have these cards here. Does consciousness ring a bell? And the other one is blank. I get chariot vibes, or all pieces of the pie kind of coming together. This is what you might be building. This is what I think you do, and you live in bits and pieces. And unseen, that came face down, is Maya, the field of the Lord. So baby to, to old, everyone is going through their own adventures, to their own timelines and expressions. The wheels of time and love turn. Whatever's right, wait and doubt. I feel like you do this in that wisdom we spoke about earlier, but of course, if they mean anything to you, that's more important. When you feel something very ooh, little man. That could have been dangerous. When you feel something fully and you may pause to respond and feel it and then make a decision, I feel like you do that.
Kayla.
And please don't doubt your connection to those. Down home funk. No, my little man.
I can't leave.
Tee-hee. Sorry, my cat's now in here. Who am I? Tee-hee. Hi, my love. Can you please come down? I know, I adore you, little man, but hopefully you're any sort of funk feeling you got in your down home funk, you're having some laughs, you're helping others laugh and move through the therapy of being human and higher selves, of helping yourself and others figure out who am I as they're growing. Maybe it's like tweens or teens, again, children, people growing up, or adults who are working on their inner child, adults that are working on their inner adolescence, and you are there to help them laugh and grow and sing about it. It's all very far out, man, but is it? You can wait, you can stop. The point that I'm relishing is that you as well, where's that card? I would like to put them together, but if it's going to be, there it is, Maya, field of the Lord. The start and the end, the carriage to the chair. There it is. I'm going to leave it there, John. and little men as well too. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time.